Hi. Welcome back. It's been almost a month since I last did one of these, so glad I'm back to these once more, and we got to finish up these challenges with this godforsaken game. So let's just jump right into it. So let me bring up my Mr. Chat here. But thank you to everybody for tuning in. I just want to apologize for the lack of streams and the videos this week. Obviously, with NASCAR 07, I want to make sure I couldn't really record things in advance because I wanted to wait for the poll to come out and have people do their votes and stuff. And it's already a landslide that people want me to do the truck and Bush series. So that answers my questions. Now I'm just getting that kind of built back up because I had like 5 or 6 done in advance before I even started the damn series. So I gotta build that back up. So probably tomorrow I'll do that, but I just thought, well, there's no content for this week. This is a better opportunity to stream. So yeah, I think that's pretty simple enough. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hello Lux, hello NASCAR 48, DennyHamlinUltimateFan, Caleb, Samuel. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. So it's been such an uneventful day. I wish I had more things to talk about, but my life is very boring. I just don't really have a whole lot to say. Hello Mark Newton. So yeah, it's been there's not a whole lot to say. Hello Blue Flames. Jordan, can you do online on Heat? I'm not touching online on Heat Evolution. No. Though then again, the game runs better than Heat 5 for me, so it would be a benefit. Is there even anyone online with this game? I can't. That answers my question. Alright, well, never mind. Hopefully you don't sneeze on NASCAR 7 like you did on NASCAR. I can't believe I did that. Of all the things I've sneezed on, that was the worst sneeze I've ever done. Like, by far. I'll never forget it. Hello NASCAR Kid, Blue Flames, Heat 3. I'm not touching online in Heat 3. Maybe on Steam, when the game actually runs properly. But yeah, I'm thinking about buying Michael 2 Scoops of Moves painting called Fun Time Charlie. Oh my god, I saw this video today, that was funny. Emilio's here. Oh, sweet. Welcome, Emilio, to the stream. Jack Love Bombard is... Thank you for liking the streams. I appreciate it. So, now that we're going to get the introduction out of the way, might as well just jump into these. So we have 19 more left. That should take us almost up to 2 hours. Last stream we did this, they were all pretty easy, so I can't imagine these ones will be a lot tougher. So we got the Kyle Busch one at Texas. And I'm going to put you in the lead at number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry. With 5 laps to go at Texas, can you hold off the pack and win the race? I don't know what race this is referring to. I have no idea. So Game's going to have to try to do a better job in clarifying that. Hey, what if I'm doing career mode NASCAR 14? Hopefully your NASCAR 14 career mode goes pretty well. I remember mine was pretty tough earlier on just because you just don't have a lot of resources and it was pretty tough. So it was pretty rough. I have an idea for NASCAR 15 when I get to that career mode. When I get to that, it's going to be a little bit more interesting how I'm going to structure that. But yeah, so what we have 2... Okay, 5 we go. Well, it's putting me first, so that's not really much of a problem. But just let me know, chat, if the audio is fine or anything like that, so I can adjust that. I think it's gonna be okay for the most part. Now I remember when I was playing back my stream, and oh my god, that was horrible. Alright, I guess I have to let off the gas a little more than that. But something I was looking back on when I was doing like past streams, it seemed like I was out of sync. Like, not my face cam, but my reaction to the game. Like, my reaction was before the events would occur. I'm shocked no one said anything. Because usually I just never go back and rewatch my streams. I don't know, I just always find it weird to go back and listen to myself. And everything. I mean, I lived through it, so I don't need to rewatch it, but if there was ever any issues, I would think somebody would have mentioned it. So it's weird. I don't know if it's a big deal to anyone else, or maybe it's just me being a perfectionist and it bugged me now that I saw that. So I could do it live here on the stream here. I remember watching a video on how to fix that, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, we're just pulling away. There's no competition. I mean, it's almost pitiful just how easy these are. Like, it's not even close. And the default setup the game gives you is fine. Everything sounds fine to me. Well, I mean, I said I don't have a... I said my face cam and like how I sound, like that's fine. But it seems like my reaction to anything happening on the screen is like delayed. Obviously, it's not really... You're not going to see that now because there's nothing happening. But I remember watching my Heat 5 birthday stream and it was happening. And it irked me. Stream is lagging on you. Well, you can refresh the stream. That should help, because I'm not noticing any dipping on my end. At least I hope not. That would be embarrassing. That's... Oh my god, this game. There's just like no challenge. There was just absolutely no challenge at all. Oh my god, I see it. I see it. I had my OBS down just a little bit so I didn't see my dropped frames. I am at almost 10,000 frames in 10 minutes! God. Oh my god! My bitrate's only at 10,000, like that shouldn't break it. Alright, well I guess 10,000 is just way too much. I'll bump it down to 5,000 then. Jesus Christ, we broke a new stream record. We broke a new stream record of over 10,000 dropped frames in 10 minutes because I didn't think having that bitrate would break it. Because when I was recording stuff for like Heat 5 on the PC, I had my bitrate at like 40,000. There was no problem, so I didn't think 10,000 would... Whatever. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. This is why I don't do good streams, apparently. That should fix it now. It all looks okay now. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Almadinger Watkins Glen. Sure, why not? Hey there, nice racing out there. They call me a road course ace. I've seen your skills on the ovals, but can you drive through the field? Through the entire field on a road course like me, you have 3 laps to get to the front. Good luck. Alright. Sure, Almadinger. I can do that. Oh my god, I just can't believe it did that. That is some next level bad. I can't even comprehend of how awful that was. Guess your PC can't handle you playing Nascar Heat. Oh god. Oh, that's so funny. That's all. There may be some truth to that. I don't know. I mean, that explains everything. I didn't like YouTube. Even when I was looking back on the YouTube thing, it didn't show like there was a connection error even. So I didn't think there was a problem. But there was. There was. Good God. It would be nice if they could just go through the road course section and they don't stop. Like, that would be really nice. But yeah, it's, I don't know. That was, oh my God, they just stopped. Yeah, let's go like 85 miles an hour through the freaking, you know, chicane, tunnel, whatever. Chicane, jeez. Yeah, that was just awful. 3 laps to get to the front, right? Okay, we're 6 seconds back. And as long as they just get out of my way, I mean, that made it a lot easier. But geez, these the default setup is just so tight. It's so bad. I don't even know. That was a horrendous first lap. Get by Jimmy up to the top 10. 6 seconds in 2 laps. That has to be doable if I could just get by Kenseth, please. Thank you. Hi, Hamlin. Bye, Hamlin. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be slightly difficult, I bet. Jeez, I get. What does that even mean? Oh my God! At least it wasn't Jimmy, right? Like that was that. Oh, God damn! I think Jimmy still inadvertently hit him too. Oh no. Now Tox is gonna be like, oh, you hurt my Jimmy. Oh. Oh, jeez. I lost way too much time with all that. Yeah, I'm not going to gain 6 seconds in 1 lap. Considering it's the first time I race at Watkins Glen in this game in years, that's going to be a beautiful moment. I don't even think I said a full sentence there, so I don't know what I was trying to conduct. What I meant to say was that's okay. But, like, you would think the challenge would be to, you know, put yourself in Allmendinger's shoes in a 2014 Watkins Glen race and race Ambrose in the last, you know, 2 laps. No, they're asking for too much. I guess so, because the game just decided, hey, we're going to throw you in last, and now you got to get to first in 3 laps. Like, I just missed the days when challenges were actual challenges and not just, like, made-up imaginary land scenarios. Like, even though there's only, like, 39 challenges, these are still, like, padded. Like, they're still padded. It's so sad. Well, we're not going to win this challenge, so that's going to be a first for the stream. At least I know what to expect. I'm a little more prepared. So we got that to be on in their back pocket. What if you collect diecast? I have not collected diecast since like 2016. And I think I only got 2 or something. Like I just don't collect them. It's not really just something I really do. I used to do that when I was a lot younger, but I stopped when I was like 13, and from 13 to 26 I've maybe collected maybe a dozen in those 13 years, so it's not like I collect them very often. When you come back to E5 Online for a stream, I was thinking about it for a stream, because I remember I did a poll on Twitter. It was very close. It was about half and half on what you guys wanted me to do. Either like the NASCAR challenges, or you know, Heat 5 Online. I think the Heat 5 Online won. It was like a 52-48%. Like, it was very close. So I'll definitely have to get back to that soon. It'll probably be the next stream after the NASCAR Heat Evolution challenge and stuff, because we're gonna be finishing it up tonight. So that'll probably be the next stream of some kind. It'll probably be on Xbox, but I don't know if I really even want to. It's just not fun at all to play that game on there. Like, I can't even, like, I was, Jesus Christ, that's the second time I hit Jimmy. Toxic's gonna fly to Pennsylvania, like you said, and come whoop my ass at mini golf. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Bobby. At least Jimmy didn't get involved in that wreck, so at least it's, god. Oh my god, what is that, what is that line, Kent, that's going in the corner? Did you see that? That was awful. Yeah, it's just not fun. Like, when Roots was streaming on Monday with Heat 5, I wanted to record my perspective, and I wanted to compile all the frame-dipping moments where it, like, actively affects my race, because it happens every single time. Like, in the Michigan race when I started first, I was going into turn 1, I was angling my car into the corner, the game, like, stops, and I miss my entry of the corner. Like, I can't race on there. I cannot even trust myself to do the simplest of fucking things because the game just can't run itself right. Like, literally, I'm playing Heat Evolution now, and it's running better than that. Like, it's just pitiful. It pisses me off so much that it almost makes me say that Heat Evolution is better than NASCAR Heat 5. That's a fucking wild take. But Jesus Christ, at least I can play this game. As awful as it is, at least the frames don't stop. Like, how do you go fucking backwards? I don't know. It's just bafflingly bad. It really should be a video I make or something one day. Because it pisses me off so much, and it just kills the game. And it just, you know, I can't play I can't really, I don't really want to stream it. Because, like, I can't even trust myself to go into the corner without the game stopping and killing my angle. Also, this race, too, I'm not even going to win. Like, good lord, how hard is this challenge? We're definitely faring off a lot better than the last one. Might be able to get by Junior here by the chicane. So we'll get that on our side. That was a cent and a half, but it worked. Actually, this might be doable after all. Just gotta... Oh my god, they just stop. Fine, we'll just get by him. That was close. That was really close to death. We'll get around Brown on the outside. Don't spin out. And there we go. Try to make that a clean pass. Why is this so epic? Why? Why is this so epic? Oh my god, damn! Alright. Alright, game, fine. You got me. Good we need a replay. I need a replay. That was so needlessly close. Oh my god. We need a good angle of this finish. We can get one. I don't know if that'll... How close was that? I think the overhead shot's gonna probably show it better. Oh my god! That close. Oh my god. Why was that so needlessly epic? God. I can't... I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless by that. By a fender. Oh, that's even closer. That's like a damn near tie. Does it show the interval? No, it doesn't. Okay, I thought it would get that, but never mind. Alright, well, we beat that. That's good. We got that out of the way. Barely, but we did it. Yeah, it's, I don't blame you if it's your least favorite. I don't blame you. In 2015... I became the first Toyota driver to win the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. I want to do it again this year, but I need your help. I'll put you in the 18 M&M's Toyota Camry. We'll start you in 10th position. Let's see if you can get to the front before the race ends to bring home another championship. Oh, all right. We're in another, like, fantasy world scenario where things just are made up on the spot. wouldn't it be more better to just recreate the 2015 one? Because that's like the point of the challenges. That's how it's always been. But no, never mind. It's just going to be whatever the game wants to do. Let me see here. I thought I could fix the video source now, but I can't. To get a little more in sync, but nope. Alright, well, if we're just gonna have a... I forgot to bring the chat back up when I did that. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, now let's... now let's do this right. I remember I have to let up the gas a ton here, so we're gonna keep that in mind. This is the last one of the default packs, so I would imagine... I mean, logically, you would think the last one of the pack would... or the normal pack that most consumers are going to get are going to be... will be tough. But it really isn't the case, as they're just going like 155 in the corner. Okay. Well, we got plenty of time, as I almost threw up in my mouth. That was great. Why does this happen? I don't know. To the outside of Brad. And Byfield. Alright, that was simple enough. Jeez. Oh my god, it's just pitiful. At least I won't... At least Toxic doesn't have to worry about me hitting Jimmy again. Because I'm not anywhere near him. So, hey, it's going to be 2 for 3 in Jimmy contact. It needs to be a compilation at this point because I keep doing it. And I don't mean to, but it's just like... I'm always hitting him, and it's upsetting Toxic. Like, I can just hear his masculine voice over my ears. I don't know what that means. But generally, yeah, I don't know. Enough with the Heat 5 ranting about the frame stopping. So I just don't feel like playing that right now. Some good news, at least, is the Robin video I've been working on. I have what I planned on doing, because I mentioned this in the last stream. I wanted to break the series up into more parts, just so I can release them a little bit sooner. Because the plan originally was going to be to release it in September, and then the next 4 parts would be released once a month till the end of the year, so I can have a nice little segue into what I'll be doing next year with my content. Going forward, but the plan shifted, and also I want to get it out a little bit sooner. So if I break the parts up and separate them a little more, I can get them out a little bit faster. So you can expect them in like at least the first part by July, because as of now I have part 1 done. Like it's not all done. It's like 90% done. I got to add music in the background and stuff, but for the most part it's done. So, I have the her introduction scene, and then I have all of Alabasta done. That's about 35 minutes, and then part 2 will be about maybe a half hour, I bet. And then part 3 will likely be like 40 minutes, and part 4 is going to be like an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes, and all that. So it's going to be like split up into 8 parts. Because I mean, obviously I talked about it before, but I can't just make it one video, because then it'll be like 8 hours. Midnight, you're just trying to trigger me. I know how you work. I respect the method, but it ain't gonna work. So the next one is Matt. I don't know why we have Matt Tiff challenge. I almost had a stroke. What will you do when you take a break from YouTube? Well, with the content change, there's not really going to be taking a break, so I'll still be active on YouTube, still making content, doing all sorts of stuff like that. It's just more of putting more time into one project instead of just Let's Plays. Because with one project, I can put more of my time into editing and doing all sorts of stuff and being analytical, while a Let's Play, there's less of that, and it's gotten redundant over the years because I've done like over 1,200 videos on it, so that's like I don't know. But let's do the Matt Tiff one. I look up to my Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, and I can't wait to one day race against them. Let's let's pretend that I made my Sprint Cup debut at this year's Bank of America 500. I'll let you take my number 11 Nascar Heat Evolution Toyota Camry, and we'll see if we can beat the big dogs. Well, from what we eventually saw in Matt Tifft in real life, he really didn't amount to much. So, I mean, it did eventually happen, but it was whatever. Let's see, we only have 5 people. Oh my, let it be short. 9 laps of this. Are you shitting me? That is a Hamlin car low. Like, jeez. What do you want me to do? Alright. We're going to go up to second, which is nice. Just take it easy in turn 3. Got to factor in the default setup is stupid tight. Get a good run off. Remember, the AI do weird things in the tribal, as you saw right there. Like, I don't know why on earth they do that. I don't remember if Dirt Daytona did that either. They may have. They may have done that. It wouldn't shock me. They should make more NASCAR Heat 5 videos. Make a Shrek theme car. That's a good one. I thought about doing more with the mods and stuff. It's just the game is so shittily optimized for mods. It just takes so much time to do everything, because it's not like, because I did some modding stuff last night with the Wreckfest on the PC, and in order to like import tracks, you just go into the Steam Workshop, subscribe to the author that makes like a said track, and enable the mod in the game, and then that's it. It's like two or three steps. I don't have to do like 15 steps in NASCAR Heat to get things to work. Which is all the more why I always give Gary Owen so much props for doing all that, because it is really time consuming. And the game's files are weird in the Steam PC thing. Because they still have Jamie McMurray's number 40 car in the files. Like, they didn't even take the time to remove him from the game's files. Even though he's not in there. Like, it's just, you really get a scale or a scope of how much Heat 5 is just copy and paste and plaster, because you don't even get rid of the old files. And even the naming of some files, a lot of them will have like the default car number, and it'll be like C17 Joey Gase, or C17 underscore Alex Bowman, stuff like that. And the files, you can tell when the files were made because it says 2017 at the end of the sentence of the thing. So like, they didn't bother to change it every year, they just left it the same. So like, they did the most minimal of programming when it comes to importing cars, because nothing of them has like changed. Like, they didn't even bother to do that. Like, you could just get a good scope of just how just garbage it is. Like, it's shocking when you go into the files and see some of that stuff. I just don't know why they don't update that. It's just, I don't know. But it's just one of those things, you know. Why is McMurray's car in there? Even Kenseth's stats, like, it's not Matt Kenseth in like his stats or his AI performance in the files. It's literally as Kyle Larson. Like, they couldn't even. Not only do they have Matt Kenseth looking like an Asian, which is not accurate and horrible. I mean, Heat 2 had a Matt Kenseth model, like driver model thing. Like, I think they did. I don't even remember if they did. I don't remember. But they literally could have just gave him a default face, and it would have been better than what they ended up doing. But like, in the files, my point is, in the files, it's Kenseth, or it still shows Kyle Larson as Kenseth, which doesn't make. They couldn't just take the time to rename it. Like, oh my god, it's just unbelievable. And the shit is like not even organized in the files. Like, it's not in alphabetical order. For example, like maybe 20 or 30 Cup guys are in one folder, and then Bobby Carter and like Justin Haley, some other like back markers, or even just one-off drivers, are in a completely different file and folder. It's like, why? Like, it's baffling. But then there's one file in the game that is completely organized. Like, it's perfectly fine. Like, it's all organized. So it's like, what is going on? Like, it's literally like sifting through garbage, trying to find out like what, like trying to pick together the pieces that were just left there. It's unbelievable. It's kind of fascinating to kind of go through all that. 10 laps later, we won the challenge. Nothing happened. Why was it 10 laps? I don't know, but we did it. It's over with. Breaking news: there'll be fans there'll be fans. I almost said there would be stands in the fans. Like, there'll be stands in the fans. Oh my god, I did. God damn, I did it twice. There will be fans in the stands of Martinsville. Jeez. Oh yeah, I know about the Corey LaJoy different crew chief thing. I recently watched Nascar Dirt Daytona mode at Texas and Cup when you wrecked the front runners to win. Oh my god, I remember that. Oh, I hated that. Oh, that makes me upset. I don't like it. I didn't like that moment. Hope you're doing well, Brian. Thank you, Blue Jimmy. I appreciate that. I mean, I guess I am doing fine. I've just been busy. I'm getting all my tax stuff situated and put together. Obviously, with all the iRacing stuff, there's a whole ton of expenses to factor in. So I've been busy. With that, the video, thinking, worrying, stressing about my future, what will happen, a lot of uncertainty. I'm stressed. I've been kind of stressed. But the next Tift challenge, I took the poll for the Xfinity race at Talladega this year, and it was my proudest moment. Wow. That's not good, Tip, if your proudest moment is you getting a poll at Talladega. That doesn't mean much. Like, Danica got one. That doesn't equate you to anything. Whatever. Let's recreate history and pretend. Let's pretend. Let's pretend, game. We're just in our own fantasy land where things don't matter and things are made up on the spot. God damn it, Tip. Can you win the race starting from the front, sit behind my wheel by 11 Toyota Camry, and see if you're up to the challenge? I'm sure I am. When are you going to make another NASCAR Heat 5 Xbox Live stream? I talked about this before. I remember somebody else asked the same question. It's probably going to be the next stream. Because, I mean, I did a poll on Twitter asking what you guys would like to see. And it was almost like 50-42 in the...
What if Robin did her cowgirl shit and she tries to lasso you and she says you run like a heifer run heifer moo? Would that turn you on a lot?
Oh my god. Mexican Link. That is amazing. I can't. Oh my god, I gotta read this again. What if Robin did her cowgirl shit? What does that mean? She tries to lasso you and she says, you run like a heifer, run heifer, moo. That would be kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. That would be kind of hot if she said something like that. I mean, I guess. I mean, then again, it's Robin, so it's not like it's gonna be a shock. Thank you, Mexican Link, for $50 freaking. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, I appreciate that a ton. Now I hope my thing. It's there. Why is it over here? Why is it over there? All right, let me. No, that's not it. Chat. Why Why is it over there? The chat, the thing has always been on the bottom. So why is it there? I didn't move it there. Alright, let's fix that. So it's there properly. And then we'll fix this one, bring it over. Why is it so... I have so many questions of how it happened like that. Oh, that's too big. No, I just... Alright, let's fix this. No, I'm downsizing it. Stop. Stop. Oh my god. Wait. Let's put that over there. I'm just so confused why that, like, upscaled so aggressively. Stop. There. No, we're not. I'm not. Okay, that's better. I'm sorry, chat. I was gonna say I hope it pops up, but then it did, and then it was all in the wrong way. Thank you, Mexican Link, for that. Yes, that to answer your question, it would be. It would for sure, because I love Robin a lot, and if she said something like that to me, that would drive me absolutely insane. 9 laps. Are you shitting? Oh, no, why are we doing 9 laps of this? And didn't Tiff... Well, I mean, Tiff did say he got the pull in the Xfinity Series, but why are we in the Cup Series? Like, what Tiff had to say had nothing to do at all with anything. Like, the description doesn't match with the races. It's just like, what's the point at that point? Alright, well, I mean, we're just gonna have to block. It shouldn't be all too bad, especially with how Heat Evolution is with the blocking. I remember when I got to lead the restrictor plates, it wasn't that hard once I got to lead, because you can kind of just hold your own. So it should be pretty simple. But it should be a pretty standard, 9 laps kind of thing. So... yeah, I don't really know what more to talk about. But, Cowgirl outfit in her lasso. She doesn't have a lasso. But I guess in this hypothetical scenario, I guess, sure. But, yeah, we're just kind of pulling away. We have like half a second lead. Nearly. At a restrictor plate. Sure. I mean... it happened once in 2006 in the Busch Series where Junior pulled away from the pack. So that must mean it happens all the time then, if that's what the game wants to replicate. They don't have Xfinity. Well, that's the point. Like, I know they don't have Xfinity, but it's like, why even have the description say that and then not do that in the game when they know they can't do that? Wouldn't they should just, like, none of it makes sense. Like, if you're going to have something that doesn't make sense, why even have it in the game? Or it's not going to add up, or it's not going to make any sense. Like, it's just stupid. Okay, why couldn't they just... did Matt Tiff even running races in 2016? In the obviously in Xfinity, but couldn't they just, like... I don't know... not do it? Best Michael Jackson song. Oh my god, it's a good question. That's a really good question. There's a lot that I like a lot. That's a tough question. I think my favorite... well, my heart skipped a beat when I thought of it, because like I just came into the realization of what it is. I think my favorite is probably the Dangerous song. Both the live performance and the studio version, both are like phenomenal. And also, it's the song that I danced to in my talent show back in 2013. And the choreography of that song is so freaking good. I just love it to death. So I just absolutely adore that song. That might be my favorite. There's some other close ones too. Billie Jean's up there. They Don't Care About Us is really up there too. Stranger in Moscow is another really good one. There's a bunch. I can list them off for a while. But those are my top 3. But yeah, that should be pretty simple. I mean, I'm still pulling. I'm not really pulling away, but let's see. I love the old NASCAR Heat play racing a throwback. Yeah, this was a couple of years before they had the 2018 package, where it just kind of became a shit show. 2016. Despite the awful playoff format, I thought 2016 was like the last like really good year. But then it all just kind of fell apart from there. 2017 wasn't all that good. 2018 was atrocious. First half was terrible. The second half was a little better, but still a pretty subpar season. 2019, I hated with every fiber of my being. 2020, I hated, and 2021 is already shaping up to be like that. Human Nature. Oh my God. Oh, I love that song. That's another good one. There's just, I mean, most of the Thriller albums like gonna be my favorites. We got Smooth Criminal as well. Jam is another really good one. In the Closet is another like fantastic one. Off the Wall era too, like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, She's Out of My Life, the Off the Wall song, Burn This Disco Out. Oh my God, Thriller's like almost all of it's there. Like all of it would be my favorite. Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon. Oh my God, Smooth Criminal, like I already said, Dirty Diana. Oh my God, there's way too many. There's a ton. Even 2001, Invincible, You Rock My World, Unbreakable. Threatened is another phenomenal one, given the context of Jackson's intent with the song, because it seemed like from everywhere I was reading up of, the Invincible album sounded like it was going to be his last kind of album. And it, I guess in turn, really did in his lifetime. But that song really shows a lot of, it's like a more darker, twisted version of Threatened. But what makes it fascinating is the Rod Serling snippets that he uses and where he gets those from, like the Twilight Zone episodes are from are really nuanced in like the themes of the story, where like it can relate to Jackson's life in some way, whether it be isolation or loneliness or all different kinds of things. There was a video series on YouTube about it that talked about the Threatened song and like the meaning behind those quotes and where they came from and the meaning it has. It was like, in that context, it's like phenomenal in that regard. It's unbelievably good. And I think it was weird because this was during like 2011, 2012. I think I saw those videos, and it was like a YouTuber that believed that Jackson was still alive. It was one of those channels that had like MJ is alive theory videos, and like in a part of those videos he had the Threatened kind of series where he talked about the significance of the song and stuff and the lyrics and all that. So amongst the conspiracy theories, there was, you know, one video series that was like really fascinatingly good. But it was yeah, a little down the rabbit hole story time for you all if you never knew about that, because it was wild. But as we're still leading here with nothing happening, we're pulling away to about a second, which doesn't make any sense. Why did we need 9 laps to... I don't know. Maybe Dingleberry Martin Racing thought, you know, we need to have a certain amount of time the player does the challenges for TIF's things, and it just so happened to add up to an hour or a half hour, not an hour, but like a half hour or 20 minutes or whatever the quota needed to be. Also, I like how in the back of the card it says, think fast, think games. I mean, they certainly thought fast with how quickly this game was rushed out the door and thrusted out the door. thinking games doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because I mean there is a game there, but it's not a whole lot to it. Oh my god, I can talk about the MJ unreleased tracks too, because there's a lot. There's so many. Place with No Name was leaked out in like 2009. This was like 3 weeks after Jackson's death, and it was leaked online. Then actually didn't get into an album until 2014, which was really freaking good. There's a whole slew of them. Even before Jackson passed, in like 2004, there was the MJ Ultimate Collection, where there was like 10 unreleased like demos of like songs, or like just unreleased, not only unreleased demos, but unreleased songs as well. And it was a lot, and that was interesting. So that's why I always thought the conception of people finding it that like he wouldn't like the fact that they would be releasing his unreleased works, but he kind of already did that before. Granted, it's like unreleased demos, but it's like the same concept, so I don't think he would disapprove of it. I think probably them messing with the demos or anything is bad. I think the Michael album's like awful with, not the Michael, the Escape album's awful with that, because they have like 6 or 7 original audio ones, and then they like remix them to modernize them, and most of them are like awful. It's like, why would you even do that? It's like, yeah, it's stupid. The reason Bell didn't do a burnout, the minimum amount of races is 2 races with the same engine. Bell needed the same engine. Yeah, I knew that. Well, we got the Toyota Challenges, and we got 4 of them, and 2 of them are Kyle Busch. We got Edwards at Kentucky. The 2016 Kentucky race, I almost cut Brad Keselowski on the last lap when it looked like he had run out of fuel. Fortunately for me, Brad had some gas and held me off for a dramatic win. This time we'll put you behind the wheel of number 19 Airs with 2 to go. Let's see if you can defeat Brad this go around. Hey, a challenge based on real life. Hooray. That's good. That's good that they're actually, doing a challenge based on real life. Brian Scott was a legend. What? Oh, that guy's replying to why Bell should have done a burnout. Yeah. Yeah, that's... So how many laps do we have? Okay, it's 2 laps. Okay, that's a lot more doable and manageable. Just gotta take it easy here, because I have not raced at this track in a very long time. I don't know, the ins and outs of what to look out for and all that weird stuff. But yeah, it was simple enough. I mean, we just got by him like right away. Like it wasn't even a contest. Poor Kentucky wants a good track. Was Kentucky ever a good track? I just don't. I mean, not certainly in Cup. I just don't really remember that being the case. But you know what is the case and what I can rant on that's definitively dumb? Last week's Daytona road course, where they arbitrarily threw out a yellow because Chase was leading and there was rain. Well, apparently there was a lot of rain, but like, it's bizarre because Hamlin was saying there was a lot of rain, but then fans at the track were saying they barely even noticed it. And why? So stupid. This is why I don't give a shit about NASCAR anymore when it comes to like the real life races, because it's fucking stupid. I just I found out that the rain tire rules, they're using the ones from 2008. Why? Like, they have like what, 3 times as much road courses now than they did in 2008 in the Cup Series. So why on earth are they using the same rules where if it rains a little bit, have everybody go down pit road and do that, which is, it's an outdated rule that should have been looked at when they were adding in the road courses and be like, hey, we have this rain set rule. maybe we should get rid of it because it's really fucking stupid to throw a yellow to have everybody go down pit for tires. Wouldn't it just make it like any other fucking racing series on the planet where if it rains at a road course, the team and the drivers, the crew can all make a decision on what they would like to do? That just sounds like a great idea. And the fact that Dave Despain said that in 2008 echoes to now. Yeah, it makes me feel good that Dave Despain had that same take I just did. Or I guess other way around because he said that first. It's just such a disaster. It's so stupid. The 2016 Coke 0400 Brad Keselowski got some help from Joey Logano to pull out his first win at Daytona. I finished second after beginning the final restart directly behind my brother Kurt. Let's see if he could change his history and bring home the win for number 18, Eminem's car, from that same starting position. Now I'm sure that'll happen because restrictor plates are piss poorly easy. A challenge should have been. Your Carl Edwards dump Keselowski, get his dad to put on his fire suit. Oh my god, that's a good one. Alright, well, is it going to be a green white checker type scenario, or... Oh, sorry Kurt. Okay, it is a green white checker. It was a little cheesy there how we got to the inside of poor Kurt. But because it is only 2 laps, I might have to actually try. I know, a really foreign concept. Oh, Michael McDowell's second. Oh, that's cute. The game predicted him doing him well at Daytona. Oh, I think the actual field order is how it was back in 2016. Like, it looks accurate. So, holy shit. Props to the game on that. I don't know how many times they've done that in these challenges, but this is one of them where they did that right. But yeah, we're starting to pull away, so. We're kind of getting through. I mean, we're only through the first hour. We've only done, like, 7 of these challenges, so we're going to have to hopefully get through these next couple of ones here without any problems. But it's just the Daytona road course is not that stupid, but it's just like it's been obvious for so long that they put, you know, entertainment over like racing. Like entertainment's more important than the legitimacy of a race. And that was so evident in that one. It was just pitiful. It's just dumb. And it just happens so many times. It's just, I mean, it's just so stupid. That's why I don't give a shit anymore with the Cup Series. Like, Xfinity and Trucks, I mean, Trucks was a shit show, but Xfinity was like straight up great, like across the board. Like that was again the best race of the weekend. There was no problems with that. Oh, Toxic. Well, thank you, Toxic, for tuning in. I'm glad you stuck around. I appreciate it. It means a lot. So, thank you. Then we get, like, there's so many dumb, like, decisions. Like, Mike Harmon's crew, or team, in the last year's, like, Daytona road course, where they stayed out, were 2 moving chicanes on the restart, and it just caused all hell to break loose. It's like, if you're in that position, I wouldn't even, like, try to do something like that, because you're asking for a disaster. That's just as bad as freaking Cole Witt staying out on a green white checkered or a couple laps to go in the Xfinity race at Homestead that completely fucked with the championship finale. And there's like no defending that. Like, he should have gone down Pirro the second time or just done something and say the fuck out of the championship people's way. Like, yes, he has a race to do, but I would not I would not want to be in that position where, because of my dumbass staying out on a final restart, in the championship race to determine the outcome of a fucking stupid ass format. I'm sorry. Just, oh boy. At the 2016 Toyota Save Mark 350, I passed Tony Starr on the last lap in turn 7A, but couldn't hold the lead when Tony Starr passed me back in turn 11. Hamlin, you locked up the brakes, and then that's how he got by you. Couldn't you just say that? I don't know, whatever. I'd be Mr. Picky Pants. Like Harmon Racing, best finish he was. Well, good for Kyle Weatherman. That's freaking awesome. I have no problems with that. But that decision that they did at that road course was so stupid. It's just dumb. I don't even want to get into the... They could have... Well, on the restart, they can't pass on the inside line. And even then, he was still literally in the way. It doesn't help that he, like, had, slid his tires because his tires are worn. There is no justification for that start. It is so dumb. I messed up my start because of this. I was so angry. YouTube, why are you telling me there's an error? I don't know. That was weird. That's just stupid. I don't even want to get into the... I mean, I do want to get into it, but... Holy shit, the Derek Cope. Maybe the most embarrassing final race of a career. As I botched the shit out of that corner, but... There's so much wrong with that. Not only is it exposed the horrible charter system that buys you into the field rather than actual speed, and him basically taking up a spot in the Daytona 500 because the team has money, but he just had no idea what the fuck he was doing. It was so bad. Like on the start from like Hamlin's onboard, like he's like swerving up and down the track, like he's a literal like on track chicane. Like it was just embarrassing. And then the shit he pulled in the freaking duel, like, granted, he had nowhere really else to go, but when you're in that position, just get the fuck out of the way. Go to the inside of the track. Go in the... Not go in the grass, but... Just get the fuck out of the track. Like, just go down pit road. Call it a day on the last lap. Because you're going 20 miles an hour. Like, that could have been so bad. That could have been a legitimate, like, injury waiting to happen. Yeah, it was so bad. It was just pitiful. I mean, the only good thing we got out of it is that he blew a tire on lap 3, in turn 3. Just like Earnhardt did 31 years ago. So that was cute, poetic irony. But other than that, he shouldn't have been on track. It's just the charter system being so stupid. It's just one of those things where it should have never even been a thing to begin with. And it's just like, those Rick Rear cars are so... I don't know, just Daytona, that 15 was an absolute disaster. Like, he should not have been on track at all. And it's baffling. Like, I don't know how he goes through the corners at Daytona and has so much problems just holding a straight fucking line. Like, I can go in iRacing at Daytona right now and hold a better line than him. Like, I don't understand. Like, it was just pitiful. I'm sorry for ranting. God, I like to rant a lot. But we got that challenge done, so we're all situated with that. You only got one more in the Toyota pack, or whatever the hell this is called. I became the first ever driver to sweep the race weekend at Indianapolis. Congratulations, Kyle. You bushwhacked the field, and we're the first one to do it because no one else is gonna try hard that hard. That's not, I don't know, it's just not a comp. I am so cynical. I took both poles and both races. Okay, I didn't know he got both the poles and won the races. That was okay. Interesting. For the Cup race, I had to hold on to the win after several restarts to see if you can hold out the field. On the final restart and bring home the win, I could probably do that because, you know, they always have a horrible start. And we'll just pull away to tra-la-la, and that'll be it. Dale is here. Oh my god. Hi, Dale. Welcome to the stream. Holy fook. Oh, that's, oh my god, that's funny. Alrighty, so we got a green, white, checkered. And, you know, I'm being Mr. Technical again, but Kyle said in the thing, multiple green, white, checkered restarts, then wouldn't it go well past 160? Like, that would just make sense. I just don't understand how they can't get the laps right and, like, to, like, recreate a scenario. I know it's nitpicky and, like, irrelevant, but, like, why? They could so easily do that. But, like I said, we got a good start pulling away. There's, like, it's almost kind of embarrassing how easy these challenges are. The only one that gave me any sort of challenge was the Almendinger Road Course one. So that's like, what, 4 challenges out of these, like, 30 that I've done so far where they're challenging to some extent? Like, it's unbelievable. I don't know, like, I mean, even in Heat 2, 3, and 4, I don't know. Even Dirt Daytona. Actually, I've never played Dirt Daytona. I remember Radman doing the Dirt Daytona challenges years ago, and I remember those being like, I was watching, I'm like, oh, those look tough. But like inexperienced me that hasn't played these games in like years and hasn't really try-harded in many years over this game is doing this well. Can you imagine if I was playing this like in like 2017? And I was playing this game all the time because this was the newest one. Like, I would just absolutely destroy the game. I love those NASCAR Dirt Daytona engines. Yeah, it's exactly ripped from that. And not only ripped from that, but Test Drive Eva Destruction has the same engine sounds too. But that's not nearly as bad as copy and pasting game from 2004 from a 2002 one. That's not nearly as bad as copy and pasting engine sounds from a 2002 game into a 2016 game. That's ultimately way worse. So we got 10 more challenges left, so we're about halfway through. I'm surprised it's taken me an hour to get through halfway through these. Ryan Newman, in late in the Federated Autoports 400, Tony and I raced each other into the wall, causing an 8-car pileup. And a 20-minute red flag. The wreck ended my chase dreams. Let's see what would have happened if I didn't end up in the wall. Tony Stewart and I raced each other into the phrasing of these. Like, I like how so fence-sitting it is. Like, so neutral. They didn't race themselves into the wall. Tony dumped Newman's shit into the wall, and then in Newman's interview, well, obviously they don't have to talk about Newman's interview, but then Newman's interview implied that Stewart is a killer. And you can look, it was just so bad. You don't do that. Like, you could go for low blows, but I feel like that just goes, like, you can definitely criticize him for dumping him. I absolutely agree with that. But don't say, oh, he has anger issues, look it up on YouTube. And then at that time when that was done, what you would see from Tony Stewart stuff on YouTube is him killing Kevin Ford. Not on purpose, though. But it's just like, that's just you don't do that. That's awful. Whatever, we'll just kind of get away up to the field. I'm sorry, McMurray. I'm sorry, Harvick. At least I didn't hit Jimmy. I like how right when Toxic leaves is when I pass Jimmy and there's no problem. How fitting is that? Oh God, Harvick. Okay, Harvick, I get it. I'm sorry. Oh boy, they're going like supernaturally slow. So I think we're just gonna try to stay on the outside here because I don't know what they're doing in the corner. And there we go. Now we just gotta get to Hamlin. Just try to pass them on the outside like I was doing before with the other two. And you should get by them. It also kind of paints a picture just how slow we're going in the corner. The fact that I have to pass them up on the high side. And I get karma for that because I just hit the wall. But there we go. Alright. One take. One attempt. Makes sense enough to me. It's just... You know what's funny is, I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know what I was getting to. Oh my god, I was looking at chat. That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. Alright, sure, we'll have a photo finish. I mean, sure. Sorry. Oh, alright, we'll do it. I didn't mean... Why are we wrecking after the line? Oh my god! That's a lot of death. Sorry. God. Danica's in the bottom of the front. Alright, jeez, that was bad. That was so... Oh my god. That's 2 photo finishes for these challenges. Like, whoa. Alright, Dale Jr. I love Super Suways and he seemed to love me right back. Except for the fact that... Well, I mean... Mr. Technical here. Dale Jr.'s last Regenerator Point win in 2016 was in 2015, so it's not like he's won there very often. So, I don't think they like him as much as he would proclaim. Ow, that hurt my nose. Okay. I love Super Saiyan 11. Talladega is my best track, and it was disappointing not getting to race in the 2016 Helmets 500. We all know what I would have done behind the wheel starting in 19th. But... Oh yeah, I remember that. All right, well, I don't even know what to say. Alright, so it's going to be a last to first challenge. Okay, game. Oh, it's 20th. Okay, it's not last to first. In 2 laps. Alright, we're trying to do the impossible here. So now we got to get up to the front in a 2-lap span. Let's see if I can actually do that. Got to get the inside of Jimmy. Oh, goddamn. I'm sorry, Toxic. He's gonna be watching this back and be like, well, if you hit Jimmy again, you can't do that. Oh, I can't go anywhere. Oh my god, Blady, like, Alright, there we go. Seeing a good run off the corner. Alright, fuck it, I'll just go the outside, sure. I mean, I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll just... Okay, that's a lot easier than what I was trying to do. Yeah, sure. Go 4 wide, super casually. White flags out. I should have just done that all along if they're just going to go that slow on the inside line. I was making it a lot harder for myself. If we have another, like, side-by-side finish, I'm going to be really... going to be shocked. Good draft on Mr. Brad. We get a good run here, going in 3. Just gonna kind of split the middle and get to the outside of Truex. Okay, perfect. There we go. I remember the 2016 Talladega race being an absolute disaster because Brad blew an engine. He was a championship favorite. Showed how stupid the format was. Truex was also really good that year too. Got boned out of the format by something out of his control. It was so fucking bad. Whatever, we did it. We're good. Move on. It seems like, I guess... Yeah, only the first 23 or some of these are the video ones, and the rest are just... I don't know. Jimmy Johnson challenges you. I pulled away from the pack to win this year's Bank of America 500 with time to spare. Can you repeat the history? Let's see if you... okay, well, it's another challenge based on real life, which is always good. What if? Why are you playing this game? I have to beat the challenges. I did it for Nascar Heat 5, 4, 3, and 2. NASCAR 6. NASCAR 5. And I have to do this. I have to complete these challenges. That is why. So it's pretty simple. About as simple as that. I see something in the corner of my eye. Ball so hard, Will. Oh my god, I have not seen the name in ages. Oh, what is up, Will? The fact that they used the engine sound from 2002 Dirt Daytona is a slap in the face to the people that bought this next-gen game. That's true.
The fact that they used the sound engine from 2002 Dirt to Daytona is a slap in the face to the people that bought this next-gen game.
Thank you, Will, for the $4.99. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's amazing that they released this game the way they did with it as the next gen thing of the time. Like, it is unbelievable. But thank you so much for the $4.99, man. I appreciate that. I have not seen you here in ages, so I miss you. I'm glad you're still around. But yeah, it's... I mean, I was there watching this game being released, you know, in 2016 when they were showing the very first live stream they did this game. Where if people weren't around at the time, I'll give you a story time on it. They did a live stream of this game. I think it was in the 2016... yeah, it was the 2016 July Daytona race. It was in that weekend. And they did a live stream of people playing the game. And it went so bad because they brought people from basically the streets to play the game, and it was awful. Like, the people didn't know what they were doing. They were going like 160 at Talladega. Like, they could not even drive Talladega right. And it was so bad. It didn't give the viewers any idea on how the game would be. And that was just a sign. That was just their first sign of them just being so bad at marketing their game with how that came out. That they didn't have proper people to play the game. Unless their marketing idea was anyone could play the game. But then that defeats the purpose because people that were playing it didn't play it at all. And there was a point in the stream that I'll never forget. Somebody was playing the game, then they looked over at the TV. They saw the Austin Dillon crash. And they thought that happened, like, live. Like, they were freaking out, like, oh shit. Oh, it's just a replay. Like, they couldn't even understand the fact that the game, like, when they were streaming this, it was, like, in the afternoon. And that clip's at nighttime, so it doesn't make any sense why he would even think that. It was just like, oh my god. It was an utter disaster. It was an utter disaster. And I'll never forget that stream. And the when they were showing stuff of the game, I mean, people were ragging on it from day one. It was so... it was unbelievable, the backlash. Like, the game would need its own documentary series, or documentary movie, just to talk about some of this stuff, because it was just so bad on, like, every level in terms of the marketing aspect. But I want to get through these once. Kevin Hart challenges me. I needed to win at Phoenix to make the 2016 championship race, and I didn't get it. If I had another shot, I like my chances of winning. Let's see if you can thread your way through 2016 round of 8 drivers to win the Can-Man 500. Okay, well, it just seems like we're only be racing 8 people, so okay. But it was, oh my god, I'll just never forget that. Oh my god, being in a league in this game, I feel so bad for you. I remember when Nork, before this game came out, they were considering racing here, or at least using this game as like a league. But then once they saw the online and how it was done, and you can't control the lobby, it starts whenever somebody else joins. And it just wasn't possible. The fact that they released it in the online state that they did with the, like, just the features missing. Like, how do you not kick people? How do you not have the option to do that? Or how do you not have the option to just start the lobby whenever you choose? Like, it literally made league racing almost impossible. Because you would need to get, say, 40 people, 20 people to accept that invite within the span of a minute. Which, it sounds easy, but not everyone's going to get in that lobby within a minute. There's always going to be somebody not there, or they're just not going to get to it in time. I've been through that ringer of people not getting an invite on time, or just taking forever to get to be in the lobby. But it was just like, why would they even, like, how would they even, like, it was just mind-boggling, because, like, did they even, like, play a different, like, another game that has online features? Like, surely it couldn't be. It was just, unbelievable. Like, it felt like a game by someone that just, and that's the sad part, like, Ed Martin had a part of it. Whatever magic he had at EA making those classic Thunder games, it's certainly not there anymore. By that point, it was baffling. I just don't understand that. And, like, you can only get away with it being your first game for so long. You can only get away with it for so long. And that's why with this new game coming out, I am not going to give it any excuses, no punches. I mean, it's going to get the critical eye harder than anything, because at this point I've been frustrated, I've been tired of waiting, and it just seems like it's never going to get to a competent point. So I will be critical, and if it doesn't deliver on that first game, I mean, I'm out. I mean, I'm already basically 90% out the door, but, like, with, like, caring, but, like, that would just be the final straw. Oh, I'm so ranty. I'm sorry. Alright, 6 more challenges. I mean, we are definitely getting through these bunch here a lot better. I was leading once and my car literally disappeared and I lost all control. But I was still on the track in the lobby. That is freaking weird. I know Utenix had that with NASCAR 2011, where different people would be racing on different screens. So say if you're racing at like Infineon, on your screen you'll be racing at Infineon, but then another person will be racing at like Michigan. And then you'll see like cars in the sky racing. And then they would sometimes intersect past you in the sky. It was a disaster. That is, oh boy. 2016 was one heck of a season. I would chase my first win and keep it. Like, oh my god. Keep coming up short. We'll put you in a 24 Napa Chevrolet. See if you can break my streak. See if you can catch Kyle Larson. Can you take the checkered flag? Hey, at least it's based on a real challenge. So good job, game. This game is pretty much NASCAR Heat 2002 remastered. Remastered should be in quotes because it barely even counts as a remaster, because like the graphically it's not that much better. Sadly, there's more features in Dirt Daytona, but I mean it's about as close of a remaster of an old game, with just the engine sounds and the way the AI like run and their like logic. It's very strikingly similar to Dirt Daytona, which is kind of good, but there's aspects of it that's like really awful, like the pit logic. Like, good lord, I can go on forever about the pit logic. Why is this 8 laps? Or 9 laps, sorry. It's weird. All they had to literally do was copy NR 2003 from the PC. And it put modern touches in that, so it shouldn't take 2 decades to find averagely great stock car. Yeah. I agree, Will. I agree with that. I just like that. That's what it was getting to by like 2016, and I guess even now in a way. I mean, people like it got to the point where people just wanted NASCAR 2004 remastered, like modernized. Like they would just rather have a copy and paste game of that because it'd be better than what they were actually trying to do on their own. Like it was just unbelievable. And that's just, I don't know. The only interesting thing with the new game, all I know is that it's going to be based on the Unreal Engine, which is already a big step up in terms of just the quality of the game. It's going to look a lot better. Hopefully with the Unreal Engine, it's going to provide a little bit better physics to the cars, and the AI is going to be improved with all that, but yeah, like, and that is it's not really a confirmed thing, but I mean, it may as well be confirmed because on the Motorsport Games site, or there's somewhere, it says that they're looking for people to hire, and one of their requirements to be an employee there, one of their sections was you have to be used to the Unreal Engine. So that kind of already tells us that that they're definitely going to be using the Unreal Engine. Because why would they want to hire someone why would they need to hire someone that has the Unreal Engine experience if they're not going to do it? So like obviously they are. The only point is, when will it be released? I'm hoping September, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I mean, why are these so, like, why is this 9 laps? If they're just gonna make them that slow, then what is... Wouldn't it just be easier to do a green white checker like how it was in 2016? Or something? I don't know. I always wonder about that with just this game. Especially the DL. I'm just trying to get everybody in the context of just how this game was back then. Like, not only was this a full retail price at $60, but the DLC was like, if you got all of them, which obviously you don't have to, but the DLC was like an extra $40 to it. Like, why? Like, what were they thinking? Like, they just wanted every bit of money from you as possible. Then we got the head wobblers, or the people saying, oh, you gotta defend them, you gotta give them a chance, maybe the next game they'll be better. But like, the logic behind it is like, why do I mean, for normal consumers, like, why would they want to buy a game and it sucks only for you to be like, oh my god, what am I trying to say here? Why would a customer want to buy a bad game and then be told, oh, don't worry, the next one will be better, just buy every DLC you possibly can so they have better funding for the next one so they can make a better game? And then that's not how it works. Is there some truth behind that? Yeah, sure, to a certain degree, but that's not going to make the game, generations better. It really just feels like a blanket excuse for... I'll never understand it. It just baffles me. Because, when you buy a bad product, or when you do buy a bad product, you shouldn't be, then you shouldn't be, Oh my god, that was loud.
Hi, what I F, hi chat.
Oh my god, Team Mitch. Welcome to the stream. I saw the care gift too. That was nice. Well, thank you for saying that. That was loud. I don't know why it felt so loud to me. But thank you for the $2 Streamlab donation. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. Well, thank you for that. What if you probably said this before, but which do you consider better, the Attendix games or the Heat games? Both started off with terrible games and slowly improved over time. It is true, they did get better over time. I think if we're just like starting off, like if we're comparing like you know, game year 1 versus games 2 year 1, like Heat Evolution versus NASCAR 2011, I would play 2011 way more often because the lobbies, while they were not good at all, you can at least start the lobby, you can kick players. Graphically, sound-wise, all better in that regard. While the career mode didn't have anything, and the AI were much worse, at least it was fun to drive on. This doesn't. Like, I would much prefer that. When we get to Heat 2 versus Inside Line by a mile, even though Inside Line still has a lot of problems. The career mode's better on not miles better, but it's not saying much. But again, I would pick Inside Line over Heat 2, even though that's a pretty decent toss-up because Heat 2 is a lot better and actually it's kind of enjoyable to a degree, but still not great. But I'll definitely take Inside Line just because I can at least drive the car, and it's actually doesn't make me want to fall asleep playing it, so that probably has the edge on that regard. Then when we get to Heat 3 and NASCAR 14 for sure, without a doubt, because Heat 3 was just, it felt like a step backwards because like the physics really got to a point where it was just insufferably bad. Then with Heat 4 and 5, that's probably where it's going to switch. And that's where I'll probably say I would play Heat 4 and 5 over NASCAR 15 and such. That's a bold statement. But those games are much more entertaining and everything. Not much Heat 5, but Heat 4 and 5 are nearly the same game and such. But except for my issues that I'm the only person on Earth to have. But that's probably where it would kind of go. That's probably what I would rank them or categorize them as. But for the first three, I don't know. Just like it's like comparing shit to like slightly less shit. It's not saying a whole lot. It just depends on what game. I think obviously 704 has made more gains in their games compared to Utetniks because 704 tried and made marginal improvements, but we got that. Like, so I don't know. That's just my take on it. I would agree with you on that ranking. Thanks for the answer. Thank you, Dirt's Game Cafe. I appreciate that. Thanks for asking the question. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. challenges you at the 2016 Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. I finished an all-time best in second place. It was a brutal race. I almost caught Harvick a couple of times. Let's see if you can rewrite history and do what I couldn't win the race. Okay, Stenhouse, I can definitely do that for you. And all that stuff. I heard my phone bloop, so I don't know if that's a message I need to take into consideration. No, it's nothing to worry about. Hello, King of Agario. Welcome. And right just like that, right off the start, we'll not only almost get the lead, but we'll door Harvick for like no reason at all. And just take it easy in turn 3. And nope, we're not going to get it just yet. I guess, yeah, I think that's how I would rank it. Or at least compare them, like, year by year. Like, I would prefer 2011 Inside Line over Heat Evolution Heat 2. When we get to Heat 3 versus NASCAR 14, I would definitely pick NASCAR 14. Then Heat 4 and 5, it'll be definitely, I would pick that over NASCAR 15. But Heat 4 and 5 are really the games where, you know, the pit strategy was almost fixed. It's definitely a lot better and all that. I feel like that's a bit more of a completed product of sorts. I don't know if that's saying like a lot or anything, but Heat 5, another thing that bugs me about Heat 5, that I was noticing this too when I was doing my career mode in the Steam version of the game on PC, is the stat tracking for the other AI drivers is all wrong. When you go from like one year to the next, some drivers' stats are accurate from what they were the previous season before, when I was doing like a third season or something. Like, it won't show the right stats for the second season. Like, for example, Denny Hamlin made it to the Final Four, and he got, like, third in points in the second season, but then when we see the results of... Then when I get into the third season and look back on his stats from the previous season, his rank is 8th. Like, they can't even do the basic of keeping the stats right. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I don't remember Heat 4 having those kind of issues. It's like, how? How do you copy and paste a game and, like, make it worse? I don't know. But yeah, it's just something I think about a lot. Because, like, if we're just, like, comparing, like, how the AI functions, then 7 and 4 almost across the board are better than U10X games. The AI pit logic is a lot... Well, Heat Evolution, their pit logic is about just both as bad, but Heat 4 and 5 is a little bit better, but still not perfect. But I don't know, it's just prior to okay, let's look at the Regan Smith one. Prior to 2011, I had never longed to victory. It all changed at the 2011 Bojangles Southern 500. I like to stay out during the final caution, and found myself leading a pack of drivers with fresh tires. Can you hold off Carl Edwards on the rest of the field to reenact my first Darlington win? Hey, a challenge based on real life. It's nice to have that sometimes. I'm almost at 500 playbacks. That is pretty good. Ugh. That's about standard for my streams. So I take that as a dub. So it should be a green white checkered, I hope. Because that's what it was in real life. No, it's not. Okay. At least Edwards is starting second, so that's good. Now you would think the game would at least put my tires as worn to some extent, like either have the right to like 50% or something, just to kind of recreate the fact that Regan Smith stayed out on old tires. I'm probably asking for way too much again. But we're pulling away from Edwards like it's nothing. There's nothing to worry about. But the good thing is we're going to probably get all these challenges done before my scheduled stream length and distance. So it's going to probably end on time. That's pretty good for myself. I just kind of wall popped there. I'm sorry. Something I really think about too much is, like, I should have. That's another funny debate. It's like, what game has better AI pit logic? Like, oh my god, that would be a freaking tight neck battle. Because 2011 had horrible pit logic. Inside Line, actually 2011 had decent pit logic. It's just everything about it was so bad, because when you get down pit road, the pit stops have like an animation for it, so that literally affects your time on pit road. And sometimes you can get out of pit road and your car is flipping or other sorts of shenanigans, and made it nearly virtually unplayable. There's other aspects of it too that are just bad. And such. That's a whole other topic. I remember when Heat Evolution came out. One person compared like the Dirt Daytona games to NASCAR Heat Evolution. They were comparing the driving model, like how the lap times are accurate. Like they compared like Atlanta, for example, to Dirt Daytona and NASCAR 15 as well. They compared the tires. They compared like how the tires would like the animation of like the tires when you go from like a standing start to moving, like how the tires would spin and how it'd be like gradual. And then Heat Evolution just kind of has like no like transition animation, so it's like one frame, and then it goes to like, you know, one frame where they're spinning, and then it just goes into like a full rotation like right away. While NASCAR 15 is like gradual as you see the Goodyear lettering less and less, like it's like a gradual animation. Ow. Things like that. Those were kind of fascinating to watch back then. They were comparing the pit stops too, so that was also interesting. Kyle Larson, Richmond. With a win under my belt going into the last race of the regular season, most people thought I would just relax. Instead, I raced my way to a second place finish at the February points 400 after the restart with 2 laps to go. I started in 10th place and finished in second. Let's throw you behind the wheel. See if you can repeat history. I mean, I don't know if that's repeating history to finish second, because I'm sure the game wants me to win, but whatever game. Well, that's not really 10th game. That's 9th. So you tried. Hey, it's at least I had a stroke. At least it's the green white checkered. So, oh my god, oh my god, that was bad. I'm sorry, Logano. For once, I'm actually sorry, but to Logano, that's a weird concept. That felt weird to even say. So what does the game want from me? Does it want me to finish second? Does it want me to win? I don't know. If I just got a better start and not annihilate Logano, I probably would have been right up there. But I couldn't do it. All right, that's the first fail of the challenge in quite a while. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try a little bit more. Alright, let's try that again. This time we should get a better start and not just plow into Logano and ruin his race. Get inside of him. And that's still bad because we made contact. That was a casual 4 wide. Okay, that was dirty. Hi phone, I know you just blooped. That's oh my god. Am I really gonna throw this race away? Again? We'll get the second on Hamlin. Or at least we should. We're closing in, but it's not enough time. Does the game want me to finish second, or... I don't know. The game said it lets recreate history, so does that mean second, or... Because the game's always wanted me to win. So I don't know. Oh, okay, that's what it wanted me to. Okay, alright. That's I'm alright with that. It's just I was uncertain. Two to go. We got Chase Elliott at Daytona and then Ryan Blaney at Talladega. Oh, okay. It's just, I was going to say, at the 1987 Daytona 500, my dad, Bill Elliott, dominated 104 of the 200-lap race. Now, those are some big shoes to fill. I won the pole for a 2016 Daytona 500, but ran into trouble and couldn't get the win. Let's see if you can keep the lead, win the race. I'll give you my Napa purchase. See if you can chase my chase down Bill's legacy. Okay, I don't know. I mean, these challenges, like, they're not that tough. I mean, two of them, we may have like 5 challenges in these 37 that have been kind of tough. So, props to the game, I guess. But, okay, so... Alright. Start first, that helps. Please let it not be like 10 laps, because I really don't want to sit here for 10 laps just doing nothing. Oh my god, it's 10... Oh my Jesus, good lord. It is going to be 9... Alright, well... What do we got to talk about? Chat, I don't know if you're still there or you're still paying attention, but... I miss you a little bit. Oh my god, just let Dale Jr. get the lead. Alright, well, I'm going to have to try a little bit. Man, I don't know, it's just... Why 9 laps of this? We'll go to the outside junior. I don't even know if this is going to work. That's kind of side draft. Now, can we clear him is the big question. No. The answer is no. Okay, now it's yes. Alright, oh my god, I was freaking looking at chat. I was so happy to see something and I lost my... Oh my god. Best Rush song. I don't have I don't think I have listened to Rush at all. So I have no opinion on that, unfortunately. Well, maybe the chat can have a conversation on that, I guess. I don't know, because... Oh my god. This... I don't even know what to talk about at this point. I really don't know. I feel like I ranted a lot about stuff, so I don't know what more I can rant about. Oh, Jay, you asked the perfect question. That is beautiful. Was your favorite One Piece character other than Robin? There's a good chunk of them. We have Nami, we have Boa, we have Zoro. I like Law. There's a good chunk of them I like. Did I mention Carrot? I don't know if I mentioned Carrot, but got that. We got Yamato. That's more of a new character. There's a good bunch. Just none of the characters really hit the same way as Robin. So like, even though there's a lot of other really good ones, just Robin's character just hit me so much more. Just because there was so much time to build up her character and the relationship with her, like the crew, that like by the time when she does decide to kind of turn herself in, it's like really sad, because like at this point, you know, it seems like she's getting along with the crew pretty decently well, and we see the crew being so upset, and we've spent like, by that point we spent over 200 chapters with her, so like, you know, it sucks. That's, you know, in the manga and anime, not in the anime, so I don't know what they, but at least in the manga, that's like 4 years where she's a part of the crew, so when it does happen, it's, you know, really sad. But all the foreshadowing, everything that they built up to the character was so carefully planned from the start that it took so long to gather my thoughts for the Alabasta arc, because like that's like the first big arc that she's in, and mainly as an enemy of sorts. But like every line of dialogue, when I was going through it, every line of dialogue is important for her. It's insane, like more than I remembered. So when I'm like doing my script, the original script was like 10 minutes. The final version's 28 minutes for that arc in particular. Because that was so... There's just so much to it. There's a lot of just small bits of dialogue. You know, I go back to it, I'm like, oh, that makes sense, you know, why she said that. Or we get full context of why she feels that way, or, you know. It's phenomenal. Favorite track to race on for me? That's a good question. I don't really think about that too much. The only thing I think about is, it really depends on the game, really. Some games I like racing at some tracks more than others. Like, if we're saying like Heat 5, a lot of the road courses, even though they're kind of janky, I like racing on there. I like racing at Richmond. Richmond's a fun one. Homestead's fun. Martinsville's fun as well. We got Pocono. Pocono's also up there too, one of my favorites to race on. But yeah, it's been pretty... I don't really have like a... I can't really think of a track that's like definitively my favorite. The only thing that comes to mind is just Watkins Glen. Like, I really like racing there. It's like really fun. So that might be one of them. But hey JC, welcome to the stream. You're kind of at the tail end of it now, so we only have like 2 more challenges left to do, and we're finishing up this one now. 9 laps at 10 laps at Daytona. 3.5 second lead. Like, why would they even think this was a good idea? This is pitifully bad. If I wrecked there, I would have been really disappointed. But yeah, it's just... Yeah, I guess that's my thoughts on the... the road course, or my favorite track stuff. What other anime do you watch besides One Piece? At the moment, there's really no other one. I watched a little bit of ReZero for the first season, and then I just kind of stopped watching after that point. I liked it alright. There's just really my biggest problem with ReZero from what I've seen in the first season is, while the character drama is like really good, the fighting is like the worst aspect of it, because there's no sense of like power scaling of like the characters. Like, nothing like makes sense in like how the main character gets stronger. Because in the very first like fight, the very first arc, there's like a main villain that's like really strong, and these 2 other characters in this like universe are established to be kind of, you know, I don't know if they're like super strong, but they're stronger than the average human. One's like literally like an orc, like a really giant, bulky like person, and the other one's like much smaller, but like really fast and stuff. And those 2 people couldn't even defeat this one villain, but the main character, granted after like, but the main character could, and the main character is established as an everyday man, everyday person that gets teleported into this like fantasy world. So this everyday person should not have any chance against this person or this villain, but they were able to land a kick on them. That doesn't make sense. Like, from everything we've established of the character and the world, that already tells me there that that main character, for no logical reason, is more stronger, or at least able to combat this villain more than them, which doesn't make any sense. And it takes, like, in this universe, like a royal guard, like a really high elite tier person to defeat them. Like, it takes that person to actually get them defeated. But this everyday person is able to land a kick while the other 2 couldn't. And this is an everyday person. It doesn't make sense. The battling, the way the battles are done in that series are really, really wish-washy. And I don't like that. Because if that happens, It's just stupid. It's just stupid. That's like the one element I had. Then there was one element where he gets, he gets like cut through the stomach, and he doesn't like actually start bleeding until like minutes and minutes later. Like after it happens, just after they defeat this villain. So it doesn't make any sense. Like, if he got cut right then and there, then he should start bleeding. And I mean, it's not like bleeding. He's literally, like, exploding blood. So, then it's like, if that happened, like, if she, cut him right through the stomach, like, right away, like, he should be bleeding right away. Not, like, 10, 15 minutes or however many minutes after the battle. And then start doing it. Like, it's so convenient, like with the placing of that. It doesn't make any sense. And they at least could have had a line of dialogue explaining it up, like, oh, because he's celebrating the victory, he's like jumping around too much, and it caused that. Not even a line of dialogue of something like that to maybe excuse that. But no, it's just the fighting is really just the worst part of it. And it sucks because I think the drama and the character interactions is pretty good, and how the main character like develops like personally is pretty good, but the fighting is like the worst aspect of it. And it's not. It should be more. I mean, it is a drama, but the fighting in it when it does happen, it's not good. Oh my god, I burnt my throat out. In 2007, my dad, Dave Blaine, took third place at Talladega Superspeedway. Throughout my rookie year, I battled to beat his finishing place, but I kept coming up short. Let's throw you behind the wheel of my motorcraft. Quick lane, Ford Fusion, and we'll see if you can beat my dad, beat my father's legacy. Can you finish better than third place at the Hellman's 500? Yes, I can, because third plates are piss easy in this game. Let's see. If the new NASCAR game brought back previous generations of cars like the COT and Gen 6, would you buy it? No. I would not want them to worry about the COT or Gen 6. I'd rather have them try to bring back the Gen 4, because those were a lot better. But now, obviously, NASCAR 2021, when this game comes out, I mean, they're going to be using the Gen 6 cars. This is what they're doing in real life. But there's no point bringing a COT back because nobody liked them. It would make more sense if they even were to consider doing that, to do the Gen 4 cars. What other games do you play besides NASCAR? Well, this is really all I play. I mean, this is kind of what my channel's focused on. I don't really have time to focus on anything else, unfortunately, just because I'm just so busy with stuff. I've thought about getting a Danganronpa, but again, I just haven't had time to even consider it. And I've looked it up on Steam. I've seen that they have like the second and third games of them, like in that series, but I don't see the first one there, so I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's under like a different name, under a special edition, or I have no idea. So it's not on Steam. Maybe it's on the Xbox One store. I don't know, but I've thought about it. But yeah, with just playing so much of these racing games, I just at least in terms of playing games, this is really the only thing I have time for, or this is the only thing I can. It's the only thing I can do. I really don't have time to play different things. I mean, very rarely do I do. The other night I did play Wreckfest with a bunch of friends and such. But that's one of those like few times where I play games that I don't cover for the channel. So I'm just busy a lot, or that's just what I have to put my time towards. There's just a lot of sacrificing I have to do when you do this all the time. Hello, Austin Dillon, and to Lee we go. No problems there at all. But yeah, ReZero is just, after the first season, one of the biggest problems I heard is basically Rem's character. Now, when I was watching the anime, I absolutely loved that character a ton. But it turns out, at least in the source material, like the visual novel or the manga or whatever its source is from, that they're adapting into the anime, they intentionally cut out a lot of character traits of her that make her like really bad. Make her like, they take away the character traits that make her be like super obsessive to the main character. Like they took away those elements of the character. And while it technically makes her a better character, it's not a proper representation of the character's personality. So the fact that I feel kind of like, I feel kind of manipulated by the show because I'm getting this version of the character that's not really the version of the character. And throughout the show, like, I really shipped like Rem and the main character just because we saw them like so much more, and they were going through a lot of like crazy, like perilous situations that seemed like it would grow their bond in a way. So then when it was like, oh, he likes this other person, while it makes sense in the grand scheme of things, because it seems like that's what the author always had planned, it's executed in a really janky way where we've spent more time with the side character than we did with this main one, and it just doesn't nearly feel as good. Now, I know the second season it has a lot more building up to that, but it's just, I don't know. I think if they actually did her character the original way, maybe I wouldn't, maybe I wouldn't like her nearly as much, and maybe I would like the main character and the other person, which is Amelia, probably way, way more. Because when he says that he loves her, it's like kind of bizarre, because it's just like, it didn't seem like it was building up enough to that. Like there needed to be a lot more time for that to kind of happen. So I don't know. It just, after watching and reading One Piece and stuff, like, and I go to like watch another show, it's just like, it's not as good as that. It's just like I see all these kind of plot issues and such, so it's just like I'd rather not. Whatever. But if it does get better, then that's good. But that's just kind of what the first season kind of rubbed off on me. Like, it just I don't know. I just didn't feel interested enough to kind of keep going with it. You should try playing one of the Yakuza games if you ever get a chance. I've heard about those too. I've heard about those a lot. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that game. And with that completes the challenges. There's all 39 of them. 23, 25, 29, 33, and then 39. Phew. Alright. That took a while. I just can't believe they did the 10-lap chase challenge thing. Like, why would they do that? It's unbelievable. Like, why would they have 10 laps of Daytona? Like, usually these challenges are supposed to be, like, no more than 5 laps. And especially with the difficulty for it, like, it shouldn't be done that way. Especially when I'm pulling away to 4 seconds all by myself. Like, what? That's not fun at all. Whatever, we finished them. And we're done for tonight. I'm tired. I don't do these enough, and then when I do, I'm, like, tired. At least no more frame droppage after the first 10 minutes, so we got that. That was bad. That was so bad at first. But yeah, that really about does it for the stream, so I think I should, properly wrap it up here. But yeah, before I wrap it up, I always have to give a thanks to the people that donate throughout the stream, or super chat, or whatever the above. I gotta thank Mexican Link 1986 for the $50 donation. Good lord, thank you so much. And I gotta thank Ball So Hard Will 1994 with the $4.99 super chat, and T Mitch 18 with the $2 Streamlabs donation. So appreciate you guys for doing that. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Any bit helps, and it means a lot. So thank you. But with all that said, I don't know when I'll stream again. I'm hoping maybe next week, next Wednesday. I say things and then it doesn't happen, so don't hold me to it. But if it is going to be a stream, it will be Heat 5 online. So that's the plan. But yeah, either way, that'll do it for me. I'll see you all in another stream. I'm hoping maybe well, then again, I'm not going to be uploading a video until Monday, so maybe a secret surprise one on Friday. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. But yeah, maybe Friday will be the Heat 5 online stream. It could be that. But yeah, if I do, I'll definitely tweet about it, or I'll make a post on my Discord about it. If you don't know what my Discord is, it's in the description, like usual, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that'll do it for me. I'll catch you all in another stream, and I'll see you all later. And as always, in this case, have a good night, everyone.